It's about taking back control, innit? And that's got to be a good thing. A decision taken in Britain is going to be better for Britain. Better for British people. Ordinary British people. Like me.
We're not like those toughs down south. You see the prices people pay in London? Twice my monthly rent for a week in a shoebox that isn't even near the tube. Couldn't get away with that here. More common sense.
Take bananas, for example. I go there to the shop, I look for a nice curly banana, and I buy it. No nonsense. But then some other person in some other country decides they want their banana straight. I mean, the Gilbert thing is suddenly curly bananas are a no-no for everyone. Where's my choice? It's taken away. You can still get them at the moment, but it's only a matter of time, isn't it?
I share this house with two other people, Zach and Sue. Generally, it's okay, but Sue, she buys this posh granary bread, thinks she's better than me, just because I like good old-fashioned white sliced. She hasn't said anything yet, but I can feel her disapproving looks while I'm trying to enjoy my beans on toast. One day, I'll go for a sandwich, and my bread will have mysteriously vanished, and I'll be forced to borrow her grainy nonsense. I let that slide, and she'll up her game. Persuade Zach to ban white bread on the premises, and boom! I'll be stuck with hipster bread forever. Fascism, pure and simple.
They haven't got a clue what it's like here. Oxford graduates in their old boys club in Westminster making decisions for London that affects people here in the Midlands. But it's a different population, different industries. What works down there doesn't work up here, outside the bubble of the M25.
The council did a survey last month about residents parking here in King's Heath. But that's not fair, is it? Here on Bank Street, we're just a short road. Other roads, Grange Road, Station Road, they're much longer. They've got more houses, more people. They'll get more of a say. What if they all want residents parking? But we don't. We'll still get lumbered with the cost because we're a shorter street and our voices won't count.
Did you see the other day? Some guy got fired and sued his employer for wrongful dismissal. Court threw it out, so he goes and takes it to the European Court. They overturned the verdict and the company, a British company, had to pay out a whole load of compensation. I'll have you know that Judge Thingy, he was at Eton with the CEO. He knows the guy. If he says the employee was treated fairly, how dare some pen pusher from another country who doesn't have any connection to anyone involved claim they know better? It's just unbelievable.
Them lot down south always have the last say, don't they? You get into trouble with the law and want to appeal. Where's the High Court? London, that's where. What do they know about how things work in the Midlands? They want to change the tax system or the way the police force is structured or employment rights. We just have to wear it. The 2015 local government budget cuts national average was £53 per person. In Birmingham, £100 per person. How's that fair? Oh, but you know what? They graciously allow local councils to manage rubbish. That and fixing potholes. Thanks, Westminster. Really kind of you.
And who decided to ask about residents parking anyway? Unelected council employees. That's who. It's my council tax that pays their wages, even though I don't know who they are or what they do. They don't live in King's Heath. They won't be affected by the decision. No. Matters that affect Bank Street should be managed by people who live there on Bank Street. Every road in Birmingham is different. Different width, different volumes in traffic, some have driveways or even garages. We don't have any of that here. And what's right for them won't be right for us.
Zach, he said he didn't like me playing my computer games in the living room. Wanted me to play for just 2 hours a night, just so him and Sue could watch their crappy TV show. Seriously though, MasterChef? But I know that if I agree to 2 hours now, in a couple of months, it'll become 90 minutes, then 45 minutes, then half an hour. No, I'm not having it. I've got every right to use the room when I want, for however long I want.
If we all stayed in the EU, who knows what we get dragged into? They'll do some dodgy deal with China or Russia, and the UK gets lumbered with whatever Trayton, some low-grade bank clerk in Brussels agrees to. No, much better to do our own negotiation. Go in hard and show them some good old-fashioned British grit. The EU may have 500 million consumers to our 60 million, but this is Britain! Great Britain! It's about quality, not quantity. America's not going to want to trade with people who don't even speak the same language. Their country was founded by British pilgrims. We won the war together. Surely that's got to count for something.
And the BBC, our national broadcaster, yeah, right, spends 49% of its budgets in London and only 1.5% in the Midlands. And that's our money, licence fee payers' money. Well, I say let's keep it in our region and spend it in our region and make great TV about our region. That's what local people want, innit?
And another thing, who are these faceless bureaucrats making all the decisions? Did you vote for any of them? I didn't. Nah, I was in Marbella that week. Cheap last minute deal, all inclusive. Didn't even have to leave the resort. Staff all spoke English. They did a cracking fish and chips, just like Whitby, but with sunshine. Anyway, my point is no one votes in European elections. They don't even show them on the telly, and if no one bothers to vote, then it's not even democratic, is it?
We don't have a hope if we can't make local choices. Devolution of power to the regions is the only way we're going to get the best deal for the local people. There are over 600 MPs in the UK. Do you know how many come from Birmingham? 10. Yeah, just 10. And there are 59 in Scotland. A handful of voters on a tiny remote island have 6 times more influence over the UK than the millions living in the country's second city.
If we let other streets tell us what to do with our own parking, what's next? That Mrs. Fletcher, she already tucks when my front hedge gets a bit overgrown. They'll be coming over here from all other streets, telling us to keep our pavements swept. Then they'll be telling us what colour to paint our front doors and make us pay for the paint. It's like the council tax, isn't it? We all have to pay to have the streets cleaned, even those of us who don't actually drop any litter. I'd rather keep the money here in the streets, pay the kids next door, or that Mr. McKay at number 7. He's retired and not doing anything. At least that way, we can see how the money's being spent. I've got no idea where my council tax goes, and I certainly don't feel the benefit.
Zach and Sue, they wanted to have house meetings, set up a cleaning rota, but I'm not having them tell me when to get the Hoover out. And Zach, he wants us to use those hippie green cleaning products, which means I have to pay more and scrub harder just because he's got some bee in his bonnet about the environment. And because there's 2 of them, of course, I get outvoted. Every time.
Did you know just 10% of all the MEPs in the EU are from the UK? 10 measly percent. The rest of Europe want to do something daft like let Turkey in. Well, we can't stop it. Not on our own. We have to spend some time and money trying to persuade a whole load of people from different cultures, different experiences, different attitudes that they're wrong and we're right. What if they don't see sense?
All those converted warehouses near the city centre, that's all because of those out-of-towners coming up here 3 days a week to do business.
Half this rubbish in the street isn't even dropped by residents. It's others coming through, chucking down crisp packets, chewing gum, everything. Cigarette butts, everywhere, outside of my house. I don't even smoke.
This one lad, friend of Sue's, had all kinds of problems. Fell out of his family, lost his job, health issues.
And they don't put down proper roots, no. They head back to their Essex mansion at the weekend. None of that money they're making stays in the Midlands. It goes into their pools and cars and golf clubs back at home.
Sue fed him, let him crush on the sofa, helped him with a job application. But I told her, I'm not having part of my bills paying money to keep him warm. He can go back to his parents. It's their problem, not mine.
High-speed railways are make it worse. Make it even easier for people from elsewhere to come here, get what they want and bugger off again. No communities, no loyalty, no investment.
I've talked to quite a few people on the street, and there's a lot of support for measures to discourage passers through.
In another 20 years, we won't even recognise this city anymore. It will be a deserted wasteland, or it will be a clone of London. All poncy flower shops and trendy bars. We'll lose our identity completely.
A few posters maybe, letting people from other streets know that they should stick to their own roads or take a different route to the high street. It won't stop them completely, but it will definitely reduce the numbers. Mr. Singh from the takeaway says it will affect his trade, but I think Bank Street residents would go for more chips often because the street will be nicer and safer. It's common sense really.
No, I'm not having my housemates dictate my life. From now on, I'm staying in my room, cleaning up my own mess, eating what I want, when I want to eat. I've got a kettle, a microwave, and I can piss straight out the window into the gutter. When it comes to solids, I've got a deal with the next door that I can pop around and use their bathroom for a small fee. I tried to do a deal with Zach and Sue, but for some reason they wanted to charge a totally unreasonable amount. I don't know what their problem is.
Nah, much better to get the hell out. Let them get on with it without us. No input, no influence, make our own decisions, and if it all goes wrong, we'll sort it out ourselves. Keep our money and our decisions here at home. British laws made by British people for Britain.
Of course, Zach and Sue think I'm mad. Say, I feel isolated. Said paying for my own bills and Wi-Fi and bathroom access would cost much more than splitting everything 3 ways. That's the principle, isn't it? My room, my life, my decisions. I'm taking back control.